have advice for someone who is maybe in that transitionary period where they feel like they're cultivating that courage? Maybe they are on that brink of desiring to connect within and connect with others and bring a business forward that they've not been able to do yet. How do you feel that they can maybe take those steps if they don't have direct access to you? What would be some advice you would give them?
So I have two pieces of advice, and it's the advice that I use in my own life, So if you look outside and you look at a tree or someone's yard, trees and grass don't strain to grow, they just are. Nature is lavish in its abundance, and so are you, and sometimes we forget that we are a part of all that is, we're not separate from nature, we're in community with nature. And I think if we begin to look outside, if we look at nature and you see how a seed can become this thriving tree, you can do the same thing. So you have already the seed of greatness within you. It's giving yourself permission to blossom. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I'm going to go back to Louise Hay, and it's mirror work. Take off all your clothes, stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes and tell yourself, I love you, I respect you, I care about you, I will take care of you, you are worthy, you are deserving, you are enough. Do the inner work, because that's what informs the outer. Because when you get really clear about the fact that you're one tied to another, and that there are people right now praying for the wisdom that you bring, you can get out of your own head and just show up, perfectly imperfect. And it's going to be okay, because there are people who are looking for you. A lot of people, they can't relate to perfection. It took me a long time to realize that, and I'm so grateful, for example, that the late Marion Woodman, who wrote that book, Coming Home to Myself, when she said, perfection rapes the soul, that hit me like a lightning bolt. And it was like, oh my, she's right, because we spend so much time spinning in these feelings of unworthiness and inadequacy. And the truth is, you are enough. So just remembering that, even, and that's what I meant when I started off the call, when I said, everybody can write a book. Everybody can write a book because everybody has access to your book, but not everybody has access to you. So sometimes it's just a matter of journaling your thoughts down like I did, and then one day actually reading it and recognizing the power of your own words to uplift and inspire yourself may be the same words that will uplift and inspire another. That would be my best advice.
Brilliant advice. Yeah, we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves for perfection. But you're right, there is, once you've attained that, there's nowhere to really go from there. Yeah. So why do we seek that so strongly when we're in this amazing experience that being imperfect is kind of the point?
Yes.
And it's a lot of fun, actually. I find it a lot of fun.
You know what's really, really funny? Just very quickly, I love Dave Chappelle. And years ago, he did this skit where he put some white lipstick on, and he was doing this skit about being in a school singing nursery rhymes. And he was singing nursery rhymes, and I laughed until I started crying, and then it clicked. Dave Chappelle cannot sing, and neither can I. And it's okay if we can't do something, but we do it anyway, and we're not being made a fool of. You get people to laugh with you. So sometimes at my events, I sing in my horrible little voice, and people laugh, and I'm like, y'all see how bad I sound? Listen to yourselves, and it's okay. Just like lighten up and let life be an experiment in play and fun and giving and loving. And I think that when we begin to love all of ourselves, including all these things that we think are wrong with us, what you actually will discover is that the thing that you thought was wrong with you is actually the thing that will set you free. And that's where your most money will be made. Because I can't tell you how many people who told me that I'm so bossy and that I'm always thinking about, like, I'm the friend who's at the arena who's counting all the seats and who'll turn and say, Amber, there's like 30,000 seats in here and we all paid $295. And I'm pulling out my calculator, right? And I'm like, girl, you could get on the stage. And so people make fun of that. But that's what I do for a living. And that's what pays my mortgage. And it helps me to do my greatest work in the world. So just have fun with it. Like, we got to lighten up. Yeah, bring more joy into your own life by lightening up.
Yes.